You ready? Yeah. Shannon, whoop, I'm gonna just take this off because that sounds kind of funky. Floor's yours.
So most of you probably remember wetting the bed until you're like 3 to 5. Well, I wet the bed until I was in 7th grade. So I had a pretty embarrassing childhood. I'm gonna start off with that. Up in the top left is a picture of me and my 4 sisters celebrating Easter because I'm Catholic. My family's Catholic. And in the bottom right is a picture of me and my 3 sisters, and we are at Mount Rushmore. My family travels a lot, and that's kind of how we bond with each other. And from both the pictures, you can see that I am a pretty big tomboy. I'm wearing cut-off overalls in one of them, and a Ninja Turtle PJ outfit. The bottom left is a picture of my dog. She's pretty much the exact opposite of what I would have chose, because I like bigger, I don't know, just bigger dogs, I guess. But she's a little Chihuahua. Her name is Ginger. I love her a lot. My parents' names are Jim and Cheryl. In the top left, my family took a trip out west to Yellowstone, and we went to like a bunch of different national parks for 2 months. And that's a picture of my dad and me and my sisters. And it's really hard to find a picture of my mom just because she's always the one that wants to be behind the camera, like capturing all the memories. But that's a picture at Parents' Night 2 years ago. As I said, I like to travel a lot. And the 2 pictures on the left, two summers ago, I think, I went to Colorado and I went caving with my cousins that live there. And in the top picture is a picture of before we went, and the bottom picture is after, and we got like really dirty because you have to like, some of the parts of the cave you're in like plank position on your forearms, like inching through it, and it was like a 2-mile route through the cave that we took. And on the top right is a picture of New York. My cousins live on Lake Champlain, which is like really up close to Canada, and there's these like island cliff type things, and they're called Velcor, and they just go jump off of them, so that's what I'm doing in that picture, and you can see my cousin down at the bottom in the water. I like to hang out with my friends a lot in my spare time. In the bottom left is a picture of Audrey. She's my best friend since 8th grade. I didn't really have any steady friends, like relationships that lasted until Audrey. And then Caleb and Tyler are some of my other friends. I like to hang out with them, have movie nights on Fridays. And Greg is my boyfriend. We've been dating for about 2 years. Earlier this year, I went on a trip with his family to Jamaica because his brother got married. And in the picture, we're snorkeling. Sports is a really big part of my life. I like to play like basically every single sport. My favorite sport is basketball. I think it's my favorite just because I like to work with a lot of people, and I like being able to be a part of a team and have people behind you and stuff. And then I also ran cross for 1 year, and I still run track, but I don't really enjoy those sports as much, I guess. And I think it's just because it's not as much as like team unity as basketball. Like, you have your teammates that you run with every day, but when you're running, you're pretty much like by yourself, and I don't know, I guess I don't really like to be in the spotlight or have like the center of attention. And I also do equestrian. I'm going to show you a video of that. This is from districts this year.
Come on, Shannon. Nice job. Good job.
Sorry.
Yeah. Equestrian is is probably my second favorite just because I like the challenge of like having to work with a horse and like get it to do what you want it to do. My horse's name is Katie, and when we first got her, she was like really nervous and scared. And we bought her from people who bought her from a family that didn't really take that good of care of her and kind of abused her. And when I first got her, you couldn't really like touch her at all. She would just get like really tense and her eyes would be like popping out of her head. But by the end of the summer, I could ride her and I won a couple state races with her and a bunch of competitions during the summer. And here's my bedroom. I'm not the most organized person at all. In the picture on the right, you can see that on the side, all my dresser drawers are hanging out. A bunch of piles of clothes. Some
You are a slob.
some are clean clothes. These are clean, those are dirty. And those are dirty. And on the picture on the right, or left, is my bed. I don't really make it, but I am pretty picky about my bed. I can't come home and sleep in it without taking a shower, even if I haven't had practice or anything. If I do, I can't sleep in it again until I wash all the sheets and every pillow. And like right now, there's only like 2 pillows on it. It's because this weekend I slept on the couch with one of my pillows after getting home from like watching movies or something, and I can't use that pillow until I wash it, and I haven't washed it. So, yeah. Now I'm gonna go to my highs and lows. My biggest high is probably being able to be a part of a basketball team. And this is the ball that was first played in the new gym. And yeah, that's my biggest high, I guess. My biggest low, I used to go to St. Vincent de Paul, home of the Flying Doves. At that school, I had 4 people besides me in my class, and so pretty much everyone in the class was best friends with everyone else. And in 5th grade, the school closed, so I had to come to Shepherd, which sucked kind of bad at the time because I didn't know anyone, and everyone kind of had like their cliques and stuff, and I didn't really understand that, I guess, because I was best friends with everyone else in my class. So I didn't really have any friends until 8th grade when I met Audrey, and so that was kind of rough going through school, not knowing anyone. Then another high, this is a trophy from one of the years the equestrian team went to state. This was like the first year that I rode Katie in equestrian, and it was like the last race of the year, and I went in, and I was the last person to go, and I went in, it was a really good run, and I came out, and my dad was like sprinting towards me, and I turned and looked at the clock, and I won by 1,000th of a second.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was really cool, and I can just remember like fist pumping my dad all the way back to the stall. Yeah, that's it.
Well done, sunshine.